Here in Robbins, North Carolina, this is the new home of American Growler. Now, we were told the Colonel does not like the news media, so we were forced to try a different approach.
Flag red.
We showed up as potential customers for a civilian version of the Growler. The Colonel had no idea we carried hidden cameras, and neither did his plant manager, who spoke freely about the boss.
Oh, that's how he got this contract.
Yeah.
He had some friends, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
He lives 15 miles from the Pentagon.
Ah.
So
So he had some connections.
Yeah, he still does.
Absolutely not, says the Colonel. It was a fair and square competition. But he also admits, and the Marines confirm, his Growler has had some problems from the get-go.
We don't need to talk about those.
Now here, once again, I had mentioned you have a system that was fully designed, developed, engineered to fully enclose the Marines. You have another system that came to the party that had no doors, no roof, not 1 inch of protection on that vehicle. Yet, one was rated deemed acceptable and the other was deemed acceptable.
How could that be?
Local leaders in Hawaii, they say they're there for a conference, but are they getting an education or is it just a chance to vacation in paradise? Good evening, I'm Stephen Clark.
And I'm Diana Lewis. Chief Investigator Steve Wilson is in Honolulu, Hawaii, with undercover cameras keeping an eye on the Michigan delegation.
At a first-class resort hotel here on Waikiki Beach, the main 4-day national conference on public employee retirement systems kicked off just this morning. But some from Michigan arrived as early as last Wednesday or Thursday. There's Detroit City Treasurer Jeffrey Beasley and his wife, who didn't know the lovely lady providing the traditional lay greeting at the Honolulu airport. She works for us, though they probably figured it was just more of the first-class travel treatment set up for the mayor's party. Kilpatrick, his wife Carlita, the Beasleys, all 4 of them booked round trip in first class, and the Beasleys kept their seats even when the Kilpatricks backed out.
Aloha. Welcome to Hawaii.
What's up, son? I like that hat.
Thank you.
Detroit City Councilwoman Monica Conyers, traveling with her Chief of Staff Sam Riddle, didn't seem especially thrilled with their special aloha from Action News either. And why not?
My pension board earns money. We earn 23%. I went to class. I paid for it. The pension board paid for it, and that was it. And that's it.
You went shopping. Many of the dozen Detroiters who registered got here last week to attend what they insisted were 2 days of important educational seminars. We were inside with hidden cameras because the conference operates in virtual secrecy. No reporters, no guests, virtually no transparency here.
Do not put your hand in front of our camera.
Where hundreds of public officials are collectively spending a fortune in public money. We watched as Councilwoman Conyers left the very first morning session a little early at about 12:30, and then, well, then it was some world-class shopping here along Waikiki's Kalakua Avenue, into Chanel, out of Prada, an afternoon of shopping at store after store after store.
Ground zero for a tough campaign may be right here in Michigan.
Earlier today, native son Mitt Romney sat down with me on a wide-ranging interview.
What is it you, among all candidates, can do for Michigan that perhaps they just don't quite get?
Well, this has been my home. I love Michigan. I recognize that the manufacturing base that this state provides for the country is critical for the entire future of America. I believe that the auto industry is an important industry for America, and I want to go to work, if I'm president, to help get Michigan back on its feet. It's simply unacceptable to have Michigan going through a one-state recession.
Among the Republicans, Romney is running the best organized campaign, at least in Michigan and the other early primary states. And he believes America is hearing his message.
My message is about strengthening America, strengthening our military with at least 100,000 new troops, strengthening our economy by keeping our taxes down, by putting ourselves on a track to have energy independence, by investing in innovation and technology, and then strengthening America's families.
The Republicans will keep narrowing the crowded field up until next summer's convention and eventually picking the candidate they feel is best to take on whoever the Democrats end up fielding. Almost everybody here thinks that's going to be Hillary Clinton.
It's race night at Muskegon's Great Lakes Downs. And while many thoroughbred fans cheer for the number 8 horse, Devilsville Slew, to win,
I'll just be rooting for him to go slow.
Joy Ayton wants the horse to take all the time he needs.
I actually would like Devilsville Slew to not do well tonight.
That's because a loss by Devilsville Slew means the aging horse will get a chance at new life. at a rehab farm far away from the racetrack. But a win by Devilsville Slew means he stays in racing, exposed to an underworld fans rarely see, where our hidden cameras showed priority isn't always taking care of old and injured horses, because oftentimes making money comes first.
This is a horse racing business.
I know.
This ain't a Acme zoo.
Hey, Zia.
14-year-old Azia Bartholomew is about to experience a life-changing 3 months.
She actually assaulted her mother and bit her.
Mama! She was rebelling. She skipped school. Her grades were falling, and her mother feared for Azia's future.
I don't want to see my daughter out here on these streets like some of these young girls I ride past every day.
Azia is handcuffed and led out of the house, believing she's really going to jail.
Do you have anything that you need to say to your mom?
I love you and Mom.
Huh?
I love you and I apologize for everything I do.
The drive is to juvenile court.
What I do?
More children show up.
Y'all twins? Hot diggity dog.
The age range is from 14 to 6 years old.
It's a shame that you're 6 years old and you made my list.
Jeffrey Townsend is a Detroit police officer. He runs the reality check program. And everything that is happening to these kids is a show designed to get their attention, but they don't know what's going on.
Hey everyone, we are here on the set of Dancing with the Stars. We're taking you behind the scenes, and by the end of the story, I'll know how to do that. So much goes into the making of the fabulous Dancing with the Stars. Where do I start?
Closing up.
How about rehearsal?
3, 2, 1.
Harold, 1.
Hector, you've got Diana Delaney, yeah?
Let's talk about the pin curls.
Don't we look good? We're matching.
I decided to go without hair for rehearsal. Without hair. All right, that seems fair. Always good to try new things out. Speaking of trying new things out,
Long stand by Tom on the
what's new
balcony,
in your life?
22.
The joke is Canada is good at hockey and healthcare. But is that really a joke?
We hear a lot of talk about the Canadian healthcare system. Hey, why can't ours be like that one? Well, we're going to go to Canada and find out.
In 1984, the Canada Health Act was passed unanimously by Parliament.
Hi, how you doing?
How are you? Morris Nakanakni has taken full advantage of that system.
I have a hip replacement here. I got into an accident, a rupture, arthritis, asthma, everything.
Since the economy's been in trouble, though, he only gives the system so-so marks.
At the moment, it's kind of flimsy.
Joe Fram, on the other hand, thinks the Canadian system is quite sturdy.
I'm going into a hospital now to see my mother who just had her hip replaced. She waited her a little bit of time, and we wait a little bit of time. Everything works.
And Joe much prefers the wait to the experience he had on our side of the river.
Investigators in Michigan said it again today. They want Verena to leave her home here in Germany and come back to America. There's two ways that can happen. She can either do it voluntarily, or Michigan authorities can go through German authorities. As of now, there is no indication that Michigan police have contacted German police, but one man who has called German police is Verena's father. Action News has learned Verena Dierkes has recently talked to investigators in Michigan, but the German au pair won't talk to reporters, and her father Ludger has called police to make sure reporters get the message.
Das, was die Medien im Augenblick tun.
German police spokesperson Peter Schneider says Verena's father called police over the weekend in an effort to keep reporters away from his home.
Für die Familie Dierkes können wir nur sehr wenig.
Mr. Dierkes, the father, called us asking if we could help.
German police refused to help since reporters were not breaking the law. Ever since stunning reports surfaced that Stephen Grant may have had an affair with Verena, and that he called the teenager multiple times after he said he killed his wife, reporters have asked to speak to the German teen. Her father's response to reporters, "Get off my property." At one point, he even turned the tables on reporters, snapping their pictures. In the meantime, look who finally appeared in German papers on Monday. Confessed killer Stephen Grant with his prison stripes and those beady eyes. For the first time, this Michigan murder case is German news, although reports hid Verena's identity and never revealed her name because of German privacy laws.
Die Berichterstattung zwischen den deutschen Medien und
laws covering media are different in the United States and Germany. In Germany, privacy protection is much stronger.
Auch das Opfer.
We should note again what we reported earlier, that we have learned investigators in Macomb County have contacted Verena directly, but as of now there is no indication that she will come back to America and answer questions that investigators still have. In Bad Rieberg, Germany, Ray Saya, Channel 7 Action News.